there's a breaking one that's actually coming to us as we speak from across the country right now. We're going to move to it very quickly. You might remember that last week on Thursday, we brought you news of cross-country raids taking place on the Popular Front of India, or the PFI. These were raids led by the National Investigative Agency. They took place in more than 10 states, and by the end of the raids, you'd seen more than 100 of the PFI's senior leaders arrested across the country. States like Kerala, Maharashtra, Karnataka all saw those raids. Now we're bringing you news that round 2 of those raids is taking place as we speak in 7 states currently. These states include Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Assam, Karnataka, and these raids are in view of intelligence inputs suggesting PFI's plans for further violence in the next few days and weeks. Let's go over to my colleague Anand Narasimhan for more details. Anand, over to you.
Well, this is a massive CNN News 18 impact, because we were the first channel to tell you that there is revenge that is on the cards, and there is a serious targeting of NIA officials, AD officials, top police officials within the state, and also along with RSS and BJP leaders who are on the radar. We had also put out yesterday that the PFI had then now reached out to Bayatis, with whom they had had an agreement. Bayat are as good as Fidain, because their name itself says agents of death. And these are people who will kill or get killed, and they swear their allegiance only to the Amir or the leader of the organization, and between them and one person, that is the Amir, the leader or the chief of the organization, are the details. Nobody else knows the details of what is being planned. But we did put out that top government sources and intelligence sources were telling us that there is serious threat of the possibility of massive social unrest and also attacks. And these attacks were largely going to be lone wolf attacks. So each person did not know what the other person is going to do, where they are going to strike, but what will happen. But now we are given to understand that just like on Thursday, we had midnight to dawn kind of raids. The same thing has happened on Monday night through Tuesday morning, because by 6 a.m. this morning, nearly 150 cadre of the PFI have already been detained across the country. Multiple states, like you named some of them, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Assam, Karnataka, Delhi and Maharashtra, all these raids have been conducted by state police, where via various intelligence inputs gathered and also information gathered out of interrogation of some of the arrested PFI members, the information has been gathered, and more than 150 cadre who could have led massive unrest across these states have now been rounded up. But is it going to stop here? No. Through the course of this morning, there will be more arrests that will be made. Even through the course of the day yesterday in Uttar Pradesh and some of the other states, there were arrests that were made of people who were caught with not just incriminating documents, but also materials that could be used to make explosives. So this is a serious crackdown, and this is crackdown number 2 on this organization. Thursday, it was more than 100 people who were arrested, and now this Tuesday morning, we're getting to understand maybe more than 150 of the PFI cadre have been arrested. Mind you, the NIA also has set out a lookout circular for 2 of the state secretaries of the PFI who are absconding, who are also involved in orchestrating the hartal, which was illegal, and also the violence. The kind of statements that were made during the chanting and sloganeering also claimed that we'll finish you off in 10 seconds. That was what was being told to RSS leaders, or the address was to the RSS. This was also being made by the PFI cadre. This is also on tape, which we have put out here at CNN News 18. Those leaders who could have further fueled the fire and tried to coordinate, and so the lookout circular is for these people, and the threat is that they could want to flee the country. Now, PFI is a very, very strongly organized network, and they would have also anticipated a crackdown, so that's why the government believes that there could be a backup to the backup plan. So all eyes are wide open, because mind you that it was one of the PFI operatives, Barkatullah, at whose residence in Tamil Nadu, wireless communication devices, high-end, low-frequency communication devices with GPS positioning was also recovered. This is used in communication and also deep-sea navigation, especially if you want to avoid scrutiny and the entire coast guards and systems, etc. So this is the kind of preparation the PFI has. should we rest easy? No. Are the authorities resting easy? No. So more than nearly 250, 270 arrests have been made between Thursday and Tuesday. And it is not going to stop because this crackdown is comprehensive, because there is serious input that we have also shared. Actually, we have only shared some of it. There is a lot more information with the agencies that this organization and its cadre are up to no good. And now, because they were caught unawares on the NIA crackdown and through the country on Thursday, this revenge was being planned. Even now, the threat still lurks, and a lot of the RSS and BJP functionaries and also some of the top cops, top officials of the ED, etc., NIA, etc., have been asked to stay on very, very high alert. And security detail has been beefed up for all of them.
Anand, if I could request you to stay with us, we'll come back to you in just a second. We have former DGP of Punjab, Shashikant, who's with us right now on the phone. Sir, thank you so much for joining us this morning on CNN News 18. Sir, a second wave of crackdowns on the PFI across the entire country as we speak. Sir, when you look at the way in which this second raid is being carried out, by 6 in the morning, you've already seen, it seems, more than 100 people detained across the country. Sir, does this second crackdown have the same kind of planning to you when you look at it as an expert as the first one did? And could our audiences possibly expect a third too when you look at the entire situation?
Look, whenever we in the police or intelligence agencies plan an operation, like it was a crackdown on the PFI cadres on the basis of certain absolute hard evidence. So it can't be left sort of in between. It has to be taken to its logical conclusion. What happens when this first round was there, whosoever was picked up and they were interrogated, I'm sure that certain more evidence, certain more information must have come up on the basis of that they have taken the second round is on. And more so because now it appears that they are trying the attempt to create some kind of communal violence, because they say that they are going to attack whether one particular political party or an organization, which they think that the entire attempt, whatever has been happening, is sort of an attempt to create certain kind of communal thing. And again, I'll take you back, this ideology of Simi. They have said that they're going to bring in jihad, and they are trying to ensure, and they will try to ensure that India becomes an Islamic country. So that means everything is going on that whatever they had planned earlier. It is all very well planned, very well orchestrated. And as you know, that information which has been coming up now about this Hawala thing, which has been going on from Gulf countries, certain organizations, business institutions, business houses, they are involved. The money has been being circulated into the country through some your restaurants, and there are certain newspapers which they owned, which were really involved in. The attempt was to radicalize the persons. So all these things showed very, very well planned kind of thing, as if like we say in Hindi, ladai chhedne ka tayari hai, that kind of thing. So certainly, yes, they have whatever has started, and it has to be taken to its logical conclusion. There's no point in leaving it in between. Thank you.
Okay, Shashikant, thank you. Just let me give an update to our audiences. 200 locations now are being raided as we speak. As you can see on your screens, already raids going on in 7 different states. Now, let's go over